Hello and welcome to episode 62 of our Timberborn Update 5 Waterbeaver playthrough here in cycle 81, day 13. 81 cycles! I don't think I've ever played this long in a single save, but here we are. At any rate, what we accomplished last time, a couple of small fixes, but primarily expanding our bamboo production, which we're going to continue working on today, as well as continuing to organize and try to get most of our industry figured out in terms of supply issues. And there's a lot of stuff that we've got to still do, folks. And I haven't been feeling too great the past couple days, but the show must go on, so I'm going to do my best. Sometimes that's pretty much all you can do. But we have a bad tide coming in one day, so we will have to keep our wits about us preparing for that. And oh, the lag. There's just so much. There is so much that has to get accomplished. So, taking a look at this area over here, we started filling in this pond for the growing of additional pumpkins. And then a long time ago, we started getting this set up to be flattened with the goal of eventually either growing stuff here or using it for buildings like, for example, the balloon trader landing pads, which saw at least one comment on the last episode saying that maybe we should do that, and I agree. I think this would be a good place to do it. We just have to do a little bit of work to make it happen. So we have 0.7 days until this bad tide starts. Let's go ahead and get this situated here. And then over on this side as well. You know the drill. Nice and easy. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, partly because talking is a little bit painful, and partly because we have so much stuff to get rid of and add and move and organize, I'm going to do a time lapse for some period of time. I haven't really entirely decided yet. We're going to be planting some more bamboo and organizing stuff, fixing a bunch of different things, and we'll see what happens, what we can get done. I will see you on the other side. Alright, so what we ended up doing over here in that brief period of time-lapsing was we built a bridge across here, we planted a whole bunch more bamboo, probably about double the amount of bamboo we have over here. And also it did a little bit more detonating over here. There's still lots and lots that has to get done. But this is really, really going to help us gather stuff. It's entirely possible this is not all going to be in range, which I should have checked. But, you know, actually, it looks like all of this is, in fact, going to be good to go. Maybe he might need a friend, though. We'll see later. Another thing that was brought up in the comments that I have since fixed was that we did not have enough crude saw blades. So if you paid attention during the time lapse, if you were quick enough to catch it, we have our friends here in the Human Underground Factory operating team making a whole bunch of crude saw blades. I got 120-something of those now. Gonna let them keep going for a little bit of time and then probably turn this over to something else. I also see a distinct lack of the screw press axles. So I might just go ahead and do that now. Take care of that. That was impacting our log supply. Hopefully that's fixed. To a certain degree at least. Other things that were brought up as a concern is our situation with the giant sequoias. This giant sequoia feller does not reach the 4 that I planted over here. And this one does not reach all the stuff over here, so you know how it goes. Got giant log storage, got giant log storage, got more giant log storage. I think for where we are now, this giant log storage here can get removed, and if I remember where that building actually is, which is, here it is, all I gotta do is turn this guy into a giant sequoia feller, and suddenly all the giant sequoias, wow, are able to be felled. So that's looking good. We did last time also start blasting this down. Again, this eventually, the goal is for this area to be a big giant sequoia farm because they're a lot more low maintenance than something like, say, grapes. Hopefully that can make a difference for our beavers there. Taking a look at some of our other stuff here. I did pause the bot production That was something that was mentioned in the comments in the last one. Because I currently have more than 80 of them, and I need to build another bot staging area. And that was one of the things I was thinking about putting over here. I just haven't fully decided exactly what is going to go in all of these spaces. Going to end up being a little bit of a challenge, I think, to properly utilize all of this space. We have our balloons that are definitely going to need somewhere to go, and I do think over here would make sense. So since we have all these holes and everything, why don't we just try to put platforms in place, get rid of a bunch of stuff that we want to get rid of, and you know the drill, just do what we can do. Because any given day, that's about all you can manage, right? It's about doing what you can with what you have. So, sorry if this episode ends up being a little or a lot shorter than normal. I am very dedicated to trying to get this out. But it is, I really have not been feeling great the past couple days, so I'm going to try my best, but you know how it goes. We do have some metal here that can still be gathered, and I think they are working on that to a certain degree. But you can only have one beaver at a time working on one bit of scrap metal, so that's why these guys are just sitting idle. But if I can make use of this space to start putting in more of these balloons, because we have a lot of things that come in on trade for the balloons, specifically the food items that we use over here in our, what's this called? Buffet canteen and the fruit bar. So many things. So many things to take care of. But you know our motto? Just takes time. Always takes time. So I've got space here. If I remove that thing, and then I decide I want to put a balloon trader landing pad right here. Connect it up with some paths. And now we just need to decide what's going to go on top. I do have 9 balloons ready to go. What we're importing food-wise, you know, I'll just show you by clicking on these things. Right now, we have the island beavers are giving us seashells, so we can make the seashell necklaces, and that's something that each beaver gets once and keeps for life. Under possessions, shell necklace, we have 143 of those. Comic books, kind of the same thing, but I don't have to import those. The jungle beavers right now are importing pineapples. The English name for the fruit that everybody else calls something different, but guess what? We're speaking English in this one, so that's what I'm going to call it. But yeah, it's just the stuff takes so long to come in. It's almost 3 days. So we're probably going to need to have at least 3 or 4 of these to try to keep up with demand, assuming that we can also supply enough metal fasteners. So that's going to be kind of a thing to watch out for. I'm going to go ahead and say jungle beavers are going to be going here. So is that this? That's island beavers. This one's jungle beavers. Come on. Rotate, please. Thank you. Oh, the lag. Alright, so there's jungle beavers. Everything just takes some time. Lag. So meanwhile, over here in Bamboo Land, stuff's looking pretty good. I do think long-term I want to fill in this stuff, but we're just simply not there right now. We do have the cycle change happening now, cleaning stuff up nicely here. We'll let that do its thing. Go ahead and get this flushed. There we go, and then by the time we come back over here, it should be in pretty good shape. Man, it's looking like it. These things are slowly coming back. Gonna wait a little bit longer. Just a little bit. Try to let as much of that rest of that stuff get out as possible. We will be filling in most of this eventually. But again, just takes time. Alright, so now that's coming back in. Stuff's looking good. Looking very good. And hey, this I thought for a second was that guy coming in, but no. Waiting on sawdust, really? After all that? That's what we're waiting on? Alright, well. It's fine, I suppose. We got a little bit more detonating to do here. And I think we can leave this alone for right now. Obviously, this still needs to get detonated up. That's going to have to be something we do eventually. Another thing that was expressed as a concern is that we do not have enough showers or baths for the beavers, because we do continually have some that are dirty. But consider the following. There are 3 dirty beavers, according to this, and we have 800 total. So honestly, it's probably fine. But I do recognize that that is something that should be addressed. Tank showers, again, mostly something that's designed for people who play on hard mode, which we are not currently doing. But we have regular showers, since this area does not get polluted anymore. I can come over here with a couple spots. Just say right there. Give them a little bit more access to that. It's always a good thing. Honestly, that should probably do it. I don't think... Well, now there's 6 dirty beavers. I don't think it really needs to be that big of a deal. Everything else that we find ourselves in right now is just kind of... either throw something at the wall and see if it sticks, or just balance problems, find your solutions to things, and just move on from there. I do still have concerns about the number of drill bits. These guys have drill bits in stock, so I think that's fine. We build this yet? No? Still waiting on... Oh, the fancy blueprints. Hold on. Hold on. Do I not have enough fancy blueprints? I have unfancy blueprints. Ah, okay. Well, in that case, we'll go to our artistes over here. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Really need to get those taken care of. And also, we need to do something with this. And it's probably not, you know, the most important, immediately relevant thing for us to handle, but at some point that needs to get taken care of. We've got our little grove of everblossoms here, just to give these guys something to do. That's working out fine. Did have a question asked in the comments. Do you think at any point you would take these water wheels out? This one's not even moving. Based on how much power you're generating, and I'm not opposed to it. We could probably reclaim this pretty easily, land-wise, but we really need to be generating more power. Even though this is just north of 20,000 and our demand right now is 8,000, that's overnight demand. Like, during the day, like, we're making just about as much as we need. But, you know, we can build another nuclear reactor if we so choose. We're just going to have the resources to do it. And figure out exactly what's going on where. But now, you may have noticed, this elevator to the abyss is actually finished. And we have the opportunity to connect stuff to power here, which is something we were trying to do last time by bringing power over, but that still I don't think has been properly dealt with. They can't reach this. Okay. Yeah, let's... Oh, the lag is ridiculous. Let's see if that's going to let them do that. Yeah. But like I've said a couple times, we need to be able to use this space. So we'll go ahead and mark that for demolition, and then we're going to start building our power shafts here. So that's going to be straight to vertical. And then I will use these just regular platforms here to get this across. You know the drill. I guess I could, if I really wanted to wait for something to happen, I could just go ahead and do this. Might as well. Get that taken care of. Eventually this will all connect just fine. Don't have to worry about it, but everything takes time. You know how it goes. So this is going to be another one of those instances where we time-lapse a little bit of stuff while I'm talking to you here. Get things accomplished as much as we can, and also so I don't just immediately destroy myself trying to talk for an hour and a half uninterrupted. I'm going to run out of cough drops. But I digress. Let's check and see what we got accomplished. Alright, so what we did mostly there was build the vast majority of this power shaft, for lack of a better term. There's a couple pieces left that they're continuing to work on, but once that's all taken care of, then we'll have a whole lot of lag, and our second elevator to the abyss actually operating, which now it is, because everything's been hooked up. Obviously, there's still more stuff we have to attach to this. But what we actually end up building, I think, is going to end up having to be something we figure out for the next episode. So now that this is up and running, again, that was a major goal I had for today. Now everything's connected, and we have these two large water wheels that are still making a little bit of HP, horsepower, Honda Preludes, whatever you want to call those. And we have all these over here that need to still get messed with here. We've got lumberjack flags that can do some more lumberjacking if they had access to more wood, which we probably should continue doing stuff with. But now we're at the point where we're going to have to wait for a whole lot of dynamite, and that's going to take a long time. That's not resources that we have at this exact moment. But over here now, take a look at all of our lovely bamboo, and we have a grand total of 22 minty bamboo shoots. Even though these are bearing fruit, so to speak, we're going to have some more of these gatherer flags. So in the interest of doing so, I will put another gatherer flag right here. Take care of that. How are we looking on our balloon? Hey, nice. Except I don't have it set right. I had it getting foreign food, which I guess is technically something we need, but much more interested in the pineapples. So we'll get that taken care of. We've got some double dynamite that still needs to come in. Again, we're not really up to it with explosives quite yet. So that is something that we're going to have to wait for to fully utilize. But what we can continue doing is we can continue building over here, because we're going to have a bunch of them. And since they don't have to be in any specific spot relative to solid ground or on a platform or whatever, we just kind of put whatever wherever we want. Remember I said I wanted to have a whole bunch of pineapples, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another jungle beaver thing here. And long term, we need to think about what else we want to be attached to over here. We can have some more storages and other things set up. Take full advantage of what we're working with. But you know the drill. Just takes time. So we'll let them take care of that. This right now, getting the seashells, is probably still fine. This one here probably, I mean, we could just leave it for jungle beavers, but probably is going to end up, at the very least, getting some sort of other food brought over. We'll see what happens. It's running really slowly. And nothing is helping my throat not be on fire, so it is what it is. The show must go on. Got these dynamites here that are going to help us put some more of these pumpkins in place. You know the drill. Just get it done however you can get it done. No excuses. Oh, wow. Somebody left a comment on the last episode talking about the funny error messages. Or error messages, death messages. So here's a new one that I don't remember ever seeing. Says Andrew Day contracted what can only be described as everything. Doctors took the hard decision to put him down after started growing a third head. Oh no. Wow. Fantastic work here on this. Truly. Truly. I mean it. There's some really funny stuff, man. So, other things that we want to make sure that we are taking care of here. Eventually we're going to need another reactor, and I know we have the means to do that. I'm not going to do it right now, but we're going to want to make sure that when we do, we're going to be able to supply everything that it needs. And I'm trying to figure out if it's going to make more sense to have another advanced nuclear reactor, or to demolish both of the reactors, or not build the second one, rather, and just have this overdrive. But, I guess that's going to be something we can mess with later. For now, we're just improving stuff as we can improve it, doing what we can with what we have, and the time and energy available to us. Not always an easy time, but hey, again, do what you can. Alright, so this one can go away here. And then come in and plant a couple more unbelievably tall bamboos. That's really going to help us out a whole lot. And of course I can put some more grapes over here, which I fully intend on doing. Simplify our pathing just a touch. Check our range on the grapes. Okay, yeah, they'll all fit there. Looks like there's a tiny, tiny, tiny bit more. Alright, so that is that. Not a whole lot got accomplished today, but like I said, I wanted to get something done. But I think my body is at its limit in terms of what I can actually narrate and not just die. Not literally, but rough over here. But I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate the patience, the understanding of the shorter episode. But, you know, time marches on. We got to get it done. So, got a drought coming in 3 days. We'll get that going next episode on Tuesday. And we will see what we can get accomplished. But, truthfully, cannot do it without your support. So, really, really appreciate you being here. Beard Boosters also directly contributing to make this channel viable and make it possible for us to just keep doing this. So, really appreciate you folks. Like I said, it's rough over here, so I'm gonna try to rest my voice for a little bit. Maybe won't have a video tomorrow for Roller Coaster Tycoon. We'll see what happens, but definitely not gonna be streaming for a little bit because that's a whole lot of talking. I don't think I can manage it for a while, so I'll let you know when that comes back. But sorry to disappoint you, but I'd rather just have something than nothing. You know, get some stuff accomplished, time lapse a little bit, and see what we can do. So, once again, really appreciate you being here. Whatever it is you're doing with the rest of your day, stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you later. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.